some of these people have doing multiple jobs. Some of these military personnel, even the Marine Corps commandant, was doing 2 jobs. Why aren't you making it harder for them to do their job?
2,000 people that work for him, okay? So, and as somebody said, he's working 18 hours a day. Jack Reed blamed me for his heart attack. Come on, give me a break. This guy's going to work 18, 20 hours a day no matter what. That's what we do. You know, I did that for years because you got to get the job done, and you try to do everything yourself. So we're not going to go down that road.
Manu, I just want to point out, when Tommy Tuberville says he was working 18 to 20 hours a day, he was a head coach in college football. He had nothing to do with running the U.S. Defense Forces. So very different.
Senator Tommy Tuberville's months-long fight to oppose top military promotions in order to impose his beliefs on military abortion policy is creating some predictable issues with the effectiveness and readiness of the armed forces. And now that General Eric Smith, who's been filling in both the number 1 and number 2 Marine Corps posts since July, since he's now been hospitalized due to the extra stress, Tuberville is being publicly called out by his fellow Republicans.
I want the American people to know right now 376 promotions to 1, 2, 3, and 4-star generals and admirals are being held. It is estimated by the end of this year, 89% of all general officer positions in the United States military will be affected by the current holds from Senator Tuberville. This is pretty much the entire officer corps. This is hugely disruptive to readiness, Mr. Chairman. Couple examples. 288 1- and 2-star generals being held. These are the men and women who run the military.
When asked about his party's anger over his decision to cross his arms and hold his breath until he gets his way, the MAGA Republican predictably claimed to be smarter and more qualified than every military leader to determine if they're negatively affected by his actions. Oh, yeah. And he's also a college football coach.
It's your Republican colleagues who say you're weakening the military.
Oh, really? Well,
Are
that's
you
their opinion.
Are you at risk of weakening the military?
No. As I've told y'all all along, if I thought there was any problem with readiness, we wouldn't be doing this. All jobs are filled. People are doing their jobs. This will be over one day. I don't know when. That was kind of interesting for me last night. But
those were some biting criticisms you got last night.
Yeah, it was a little character assassination at times. But you know, you got to remember what I did for a living for a long time, so I'm used to that.
If I thought there was any problem with the readiness, we wouldn't be doing this. This is the same MAGA position of I and I alone know better than everyone else that's proving just how little I know about this. It's a MAGA trait handed down from Donald Trump to Matt Gaetz and now Tommy Tuberville. He's even got Lindsey Graham to turn on him.
You've just denied this lady a promotion. You did that. All of us are ready to promote her because she deserves to be promoted. She had nothing to do with this policy. Let me say it again. Everybody in this body could find an issue with any administration they don't agree with. And what we're going to do is open up Pandora's box. Today is abortion policy. If we take back the White House, we'll go back to the Mexico City policy, limiting dollars to be given to overseas entities that are engaged in the abortion business. Some pro-choice people don't like that. What would happen if they put a hold on all the officers because they don't agree with the Republican administration? There's a reason this has not been done this way for a couple hundred years. No matter where you believe it or not, Senator Tuberville, this is doing great damage to our military. I just hope we don't do this routinely, because if this is the norm, who the hell wants to serve in the military when your promotion can be canned based on something you had nothing to do with?
Tuberville's plan to put his face in front of cameras in hopes of coming out looking golden actually ends in him showing his true petulant objective. Pay attention to me. Listen to me.
So has any of this caused you to change your approach?
No.
So you're not going to drop your holds no matter what?
No.
I mean,
not no matter what. And, you know, we get some resolution from the SecDef and the president.
But you heard each of these senators say one by one that these people, these military personnel, have nothing to do with the policy.
They don't have
so why hold them up?
But it's the only way I can get their attention. And I've told you all along, I hate to have to do this. But somebody has got to listen to us, okay?
We have to stop rewarding underqualified and overconfident people by giving them these important jobs in government. because it galvanizes their stupidity. It makes them think that if they coached college football, that it prepared them to be a senator. He has learned one thing, though. When you're cornered, just blame political opponents for the consequences of your actions in hopes that the propaganda that you've inundated your followers with will take the heat off of your ass. So this time, who's Tuberville's scapegoat?
Senator Sullivan described it as a suicide mission. How would you respond to that?
I don't know. I don't know what he's talking about. I mean, he's been in the military. I have not. And I've told y'all, we live in the most dangerous time in the history of all of our lives, okay? And it is dangerous. And if I thought I was put us all in any bit in danger, we wouldn't be doing this. I'm just holding up a group. I'm not holding up individual nominations. So start pointing back at the people like Schumer and people like Joe Biden and the SecDef